Hi guys, I think we're live. So thanks for joining me again on today's live video. Today I want to talk about willpower and environment and why one is better than the other, but keep watching to find out. So imagine a scenario where you've decided to give up sugar. You watched my video on nutrition and you know that sugary treats give you energy spikes followed by sugar crashes, which aren't great, and you just basically want to feel a bit healthier. So sugary treats have to go. So you start out strong, you're determined and you have more energy and feel a little bit healthier already. So things are going well. But what happens when you arrive home from a stressful day in the office and you're feeling tired and you remember you have that chocolate in the cupboard and it always makes you feel better after a stressful day. And you know, I'm sure you can guess what's going to happen. You're going to give in and have that sugary treat. Feel bad about it, and so either give up or just, it's ultimately not a great scenario. So environment trumps willpower. So environment is always going to defeat willpower because willpower is like a muscle. The more you exert it, eventually it's going to get exhausted and you're going to give in. So if you've been at work all day, you're stressed out, you've had to make lots of decisions, you having to get home in the end of the evening and decide between having a healthy snack and that sugary treat is basically one decision too many, and you're going to give into it, and your environment is setting you up to fail. So just like Pavlov's dogs, your environment is triggering you. So Pavlov rang a bell, and when the dogs were presented with food, they would salivate. And then eventually when he didn't present them with food, that was removed, and rang the bell, they would still salivate. So we're just the same. We are triggered by our environment. So after a stressful day at work, if you know that a sugary treat always makes you feel better, the very fact of you arriving home, putting your key into the lock, it's already triggered in your mind that anticipation of that sugary treat. You've been looking forward to it because you know that it's in the cupboard, and you've got no willpower left. You've made decisions all day. You're not going to make one more to decide not to have the sugary treat and to go for the healthy option. You're basically set up to fail, and you're going to have that chocolate bar. So the key here is to shape your environment that reflects the outcomes or goals that you wish to achieve. So instead of making yourself a victim of your environment and circumstance, see your environment as the only way that you can change or succeed. Shape your environment to match the goals that you wish to achieve, and then adapt to that new environment. So as humans, one of our greatest traits is our ability to adapt to any environment. An example of this is Viktor Frankl. In his book Man's Search for Meaning, he reflects on his experience in a Nazi concentration camp in the Second World War, where he says, yes, a person can get used to anything, just don't ask us how. So basically, no matter how horrible the environment, we can and will adapt. So eliminate everything that stands in the way of your goal. So by removing all the sugary foods from your home, from your environment, you remove the need to exercise willpower. So by making one decision, you then remove the need to make many future decisions on deciding not to have that sugary treat because it's no longer in your environment. So you're setting yourself up to succeed by changing your environment. So that's a powerful thing. So what constitutes your environment? Your environment is everything basically you come in contact with. So it'll be your home, your office, your friends of friends, the shows you watch, the media you consume online, the stuff you read, things you listen to, and even those things which you're not even conscious of that you're consuming are all influencing you and all part of your environment at some level. So this is basically a massive subject, but one that I believe is vital if you wish to take back control and move from surviving to thriving. And this whole area is talked about in Benjamin Hardy's book. He covers this in more depth. Willpower Doesn't Work. Discover the hidden keys to success. So obviously I've got the paperback of this, and I've also got the audiobook. which I listen to when I'm running. I always find it's a good time to be able to consume audiobooks when I'm out there running rather than just listening to music. But yeah, I highly recommend take a read of this book. Willpower Doesn't Work. Basically changing your environment to set yourself up to succeed as opposed to being the victim of your environment by, in this case, having your sugary treats still in the cupboard. You're basically setting yourself up to fail. Why have to exert willpower when you can remove them and your environment is then set up for you to succeed? So that's basically all I'm going to cover today. If you've got any questions about that or got any comments, then do let me know in the comments below, and thanks again for listening today. Talk to you soon.